Good evening. Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. We officially made it to the end of the week. Hope you had a good week. I know right now it's some of y'all might be out. I know me, I'm in the house because it's cold here in Atlanta. I'm not going nowhere. So, but listen, you guys. So today I wanted to come and first, well, let's talk about the weather. So it is if you could see outside, it's a rainy day. It was a rainy day today. Like I said, rain and cold, and I know for me that is a bad mix. So that gave me the idea of let's what to talk about today. So let's talk about preparing for a rainy day, right? So again, I am Jamel within the Black Financial Group, where our goal is to keep your finances out of the red and in the black. But we do that by the approach of lowering your taxes so that you can insure your families, so that you can pay down any debt, which will boost your credit, and now you can invest wisely. So it's a holistic approach. But the weather gave me the idea for this message. So not only was it raining today, and we're preparing for a rainy day, we're also in open enrollment. If you didn't know, with health insurance until December 15th. So when it comes to my idea of like planning, financial planning, or planning for your future, I feel like insurance is the most important thing. Call me biased because I'm an insurance agent, but I really do. I feel that way because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So like anything could just happen at a snap tomorrow, and you wouldn't have time to prepare. So insurance provides you protection. I know me, I was in, three car accidents in college. And actually one last year. So if it wasn't for insurance, I would have been in some really tough situations. But when we think about insurance, not even when you're, paying the amounts, it would take you longer to save up the amount of what it would pay out than the premiums that you're paying. So it does have a benefit. Now, when we talk about three different types of insurance that I'm familiar with, that I'm an expert in, we have health, disability, life. So again, I said they're all provide protection. So obviously, protecting your health, disability is going to protect your income if you get sick or if you have an accident and you can't work. And obviously, life. So if protecting your life and your loved ones who depend on you. So when it comes to, again, like I said, it is open enrollment, so take note of that. When we talk about disability, there are two types. There is short term, and then there's also long term. And short term is going to typically like pay out over 1 to a couple months, so it's usually less than 6 months. Definitely no more than a year. Where long term is going to be for a longer period of time, where a year could be 2 years, could be more. And so I really want to focus on these two for a minute though. So we know that health insurance has a deductible. So if you weren't sure what a deductible is when it's the amount that you have to pay before the insurance company pays anything. And so when we look over to disability insurance, it has elimination periods. So that's like the amount of time that you have to sit out before the benefits start paying, just to make sure that you really have it, that you're not trying to, fraud them or scheme them or anything like that. So elimination period. So again, I know this can be a lot of stuff to pay for between health, disability, life. So I want to give you a couple quick hacks just in case you may be on a budget so that you can have all your areas covered. So when it comes to health insurance, there's always a deductible. A lot of times it could be like 5,000, it could be 7,000. It really depends. but it doesn't matter, even your insurance at your job. So one thing that I always do for my clients is I attach a benefit. So a benefit that will pay and cover their deductible in case they get in an accident, in case they have like accidental injury, in case they have critical illness, things like cancer, heart attack, or stroke, things like, you know, and even if they, some benefit if they get admitted to the hospital. So not only does that have the benefit of covering their health insurance, covering their exposure, this can also, let's say if you can't afford a disability policy, that same benefit can be used for like a short-term disability type of, so I'm going to say supplement, and it can be used for the two. So if you can't afford disability policy, that supplement, it may pay out to be able to give you some income in the short term in the case that you get sick or you get injured and can't work anymore. Now, when it comes to, I didn't really touch on life insurance, but what a lot of people don't realize is that nowadays life insurance has what we call living benefits. So and so what you don't realize is that you can now, let's say that if you have different things like cancer, heart attack, or stroke, with the right type of life policy, that you can now go to your insurance company and request some of your face value early to be able to, cover those expenses. And you can decide how you want to use that, whether that's whether you're using it for income because you probably are out of work, or if you're using that, maybe you want to go see a better doctor. But now these living benefits can kind of, in the same way, can kind of help replace what a disability policy would do, and at the same time health as well too. So, and then not only that, you can even add disability riders and disability income riders that will pay you. You can add that to your life insurance that will pay you if you do get a disability. That's another way to be able to get this. So I say all that to say that there's a lot of ways that if you're on a budget and all of this just seems like a lot, which is fair, where you can work around that to be able to make sure that you're protected in all the areas from health, income, and your life, but not have to over leverage your money, right? So if that is, definitely something that you need help with, that's what we want to help you with at In the Black Financial Group. Definitely go and book an appointment. Let's talk. Let's see how we can get you to in a financial good standing. The website is www.intheblackfinancialgroup.com, or you can go to Calendly/ITBFG for In the Black Financial Group and book a session with me. And of course, we're gonna get you right. So, all right, peace. You guys have a good weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you next week.